Mills from Australia, and you're watching FIBA World Basketball.
Paddy Mills, a young Australian player just making his mark in the game, will one day play in Europe, maybe have NBA potential. What are your dreams and aspirations as a basketball player?
As a kid growing up, and even before my decision to go to college was to play for Australia at the Olympic Games. And I believe that going to college that would help me to progress and develop the way I needed to be involved in the Olympics. So I can almost tick that box off. The other goal of mine is to play in the NBA. The highest level of basketball in the world. But like I said, there's a whole lot of progression and development that needs to be done before I get there. But I believe the tracks that I'm making right now in this international games, this national team, and also college will help me to get there one day, I believe.
Talk about goals and attaining those goals. A lot of people take a lifetime to attain a single goal. Do you feel fortunate, lucky that you've reached this mark so early in your life?
Yes, very very fortunate. It's almost you can't thank enough people for supporting you to get this opportunity. So yes, I do feel very fortunate, because I never imagined ever that I would have this opportunity. I'll be sitting here right now, days out of the Olympic Games. So I am very fortunate, but at the same time it is business in a way, and you have to make the most of that. So it's one that I'm looking very forward to.
What are you expecting from this games experience?
I'm expecting to learn a lot. I mean, the amount of stuff that I've learned just from one camp, and then to have a few of those camps and tours with the national team, I've learned a heap from just the guys around, from the coaches, and then there's the other side. When you play games, you get to see how other countries, what their style of game is like, and experience European types of games, but now that it's at a senior level, it's a whole different ball game in every country. So I think the one thing I'm trying to do as you go along with these games is try to pick up as much information as you can and try to learn on the hop. So it's a very important time.
At one stage there tonight, during that game against China, knowing that we were going to speak after the game, I was trying to look at the game at one stage through your eyes, and here's you starting out your career, and on the floor at one stage you had Ming, Hall of Fame calibre big man, Andrew Bogut, #1 overall draft pick, perhaps the finest player Australia's ever produced, David Anderson, one of the all-time best big men in the Euro League. Great big success story. How'd that feel?
Very warming, I guess, to know you got that around you. But it is a crazy thought that goes through your mind, just stretching before the game, and you're looking down the other end of the court, and you do have an all-star NBA player down there. So the thought that crossed my mind was, what am I doing here? Like, am I really here? So it is a crazy thought, but like I've said before, I am here, and there's no use just being happy to be here. You need to be here and compete and do your best as well. So although there's that excitement around you, you gotta stay on the ground.
Well, I guess the thing about it too is that in your position there is no hiding. When you're on the floor, you're running that team. You're at the controls. How that team is, you're going to dictate how that team moves.
Yeah, exactly. It is a very important position, and you're right in saying that there is no hiding, because I do run the team, and that was something that about a year and a bit ago, I would have been scared of doing, and would have, perhaps almost say, nah, we'll leave it for next time. But now that I've had the experience and I've been around these guys for a lot longer, I respect them, and also, more importantly, they respect me and who I am, but what position I play too. So I guess, they say that it's okay, you can order me around on the court as much as you can, but I guess when it goes off the court, it switches around again, and I become the youngest player in the team again. So.